Welcome everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is the agency domain. Basically, what we are going to do today and what we do inside this community is we talk to industry leaders that know exactly how to be a master inside their industry. In the agency domain, we explore pretty much every single niche that you can imagine. A lot of you work with e-commerce brands. A lot of you may even work with dropshipping brands. So today, and on this edition, what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring my friend Anthony Eclipse. Really good friend of mine, known him for about 2 years or so. We met in Capital Club in Mexico, very first mastermind that Capital Club ever had. And we've become great friends ever since then. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to drop shipping. Yeah, he's great at YouTube. He's great at building his community, all that kind of stuff. But today specifically, we are going to dive into drop shipping. And it's going to be the beginning of a very special series that he's doing. And I'm absolutely elated that he's doing it with us today and getting this rolling with us today. But for everyone that is joining us, my name is Zach Schubert. I am the founder and CEO of a marketing agency called Kara Marketing. We are a 7-figure agency that does marketing for e-commerce brands that are also doing over 7 figures every single year. With everything that I've learned from growing my own agency and building my own clientele, I then decided to transfer that into the agency domain, where now I help other agency owners, whether they're just getting started off, they want to get past that 100K MRR mark every single month, or they're looking to exit for 7 or 8 figures. That is what we cover in the community. It is a free community. If you're interested in joining, you will find a description below this video. Please subscribe for other live streams. But without further ado, here is my man, Anthony Eclipse.
Yo, what is up, Zach?
How you doing, my man? Thank you for coming out today.
I'm doing good, bro. Thank you for having me on. Today, I have some awesome plans. Over the next hour, I will be explaining how to turn $100 into $10,000 net profit, all by drop shipping with TikTok ads. I have a whole game plan lined out, everything from product research, building your store, and even the ad strategy behind it.
I love it, my man. I love it. If you guys have any questions, we're going to make this as interactive as possible. If you have any questions that are relevant to what he is talking about, I will interrupt him and I'll kind of make sure that we get those questions answered. But and then I'll interject as well. And if I have any questions for what he has going on for you too, Anthony. But without further ado, you ready to get your screen share up?
Yeah, bro, I'm ready. I have it sharing on the backstage if you want to bring that over.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay, are we good?
Yes, it is up.
So, as I mentioned, $100 into $10,000. I had this question the other day, like, would it be possible to do that? Now, if you're a complete beginner, like you've never drop shipped before, realistically, like, no, this is very much unlikely, like 0.0001% chance. However, let's assume you were in my position, you had 3 years in ecom and you only had $100 after 3 years of drop shipping full time, all the skills I acquired. I was wondering, like, could this actually be possible? Like, if I only had $100, I had to start all over. Could I do it? So that is the question. And I'm actually starting a YouTube series where I'm documenting the entire journey, starting from 100 to hopefully hit 10K in net profit. So during this live stream over the next hour, I'm going to be taking you through each step of my framework with how I'm going to attempt and achieve this goal.
Love it.
Um, so does that sound good so far?
Sounds great. Let's jump into it.
Amazing. So, real quick, we will just do a brief overview. Again, my name's Anthony Eclipse. If you're coming from my community, what's up? And if you've never heard of me before, I've been drop shipping full time for 3 years now, ever since 2021. That was also when I first met Zach over at the Capital Club Mastermind. I've done over 7 figures in revenue. We haven't hit the 8 figure mark, so we're between 1 mil and 10 mil. I'll let you guys figure that out. And then in terms of my specialties, currently we are absolutely crushing TikTok ads. However, I always run my stores on multiple channels. So I also focus on Snapchat and Facebook ads as well. Right here, we have some revenue screenshots from the last 2 weeks. I just quickly took these, threw them on here. And then a little more, if you haven't heard of me before, I currently post weekly drop shipping videos on YouTube. We're about to hit 20K subs. And then I also have the Ecom Mafia Discord group. And this document right here, we will be releasing the link in the chat at the end of this stream. So if you want all of this information so that way you can study it and review it yourself, make sure you stick around because this is the only time you'll be able to actually access this guide. So the first part of this is product research. And where I see a lot of beginners go wrong with product research is they rush the process. When you're first getting started with ecom, it's very difficult to understand like which products have been around for a long time, which products are new, what products are saturated, which products you should stay away from. So there's so many different variables. And when you're first getting started, it's quite literally super confusing. So right here, I just want to go over a brief lesson with what I look for in products, the current tools I'm using and how I'm using them. And I also have a little bonus here which should help you get more winning products. I mean, it absolutely will. There's no way it can't. So for the winning product research criteria, I'll run through this real quick so we can move on over to the hands-on stuff, the actual value. But first, you want a wow factor in a product. So what is a wow factor? Meaning you look at it and you're like, wow, bro, this is a dope product. Like it's something that's cool you haven't seen before. So a wow factor to me is either a big problem solving product, like you look at it and you're like, wow, that would be insanely helpful, or it's an extremely cool product where again, you look at it and you're like, damn, this is badass. And we'll be covering some examples soon. So stay tuned. From here, we have not sold in stores. So again, they see a dope product. They can't buy it anywhere else. You are the only person selling it. And then the third main criteria is having low cost of goods. With drop shipping, since we're spending money on ads, we need to make sure we have healthy profit margin on our cost of goods. Because you'll have ad spend, your cost of goods, transaction fees. So being able to profitably price a product is really important. And some products are just too expensive and I just won't ever touch them. From here, we have 9 extra pieces of criteria. And if 3 of these are checked, I would be happy. And one example product we have here is this weighted hula hoop. So This is a previous winner, went super viral over on TikTok. So keep this product in mind. You know, it's a fat loss product. It's supposed to help you lose weight. Um, So first we have improves confidence. So with this product, if you use it, you know, you'll lose fat and you'll have more confidence. Two, saves people money for the sake of the weighted hula hoop. You won't have to go to a gym, so you can use it at home. You'll save money. Improves your quality of life. By losing fat, you'll be happier. Improves convenience. Again, you won't have to go to a gym. You can just use this product at home. Saves people time, very similar to what we just mentioned. Six is express your love. This isn't really the case for this weighted hula hoop, but we will be covering a product later on, this custom portable pet stamp. So this could be a potential gift to express your love. You know, someone loves their pet, you get them a little stamper of their dog, their cat, you know, a great gift. Seven would be problem solving products. So again, this weighted hula hoop, extremely unique weighted hula hoop. I've never seen it before. Most people would see that and be like, wow, that's a very fascinating product. And then finally, we have a woman dominated product. And for the weighted hula hoop, sure, guys can use this, but realistically, a majority of girls would be buying that. So in terms of the winning product criteria, like that hula hoop almost checks off like every single box.
So you even go after like genders, and you're basically just targeting women.
Yeah, because on like websites in general, Facebook, TikTok, females always have more buying power.
Yeah,
So if there's a product that caters to women only, it's always an extra incentive.
love that.
So moving on then to the three main dropshipping tools I'm using now, we have Minya, Dropship.io, and PP Ads. Anthony loves his women, says David Carreria in chat. So the first one would be Minya. And this, you can get started with this one for $0. So go create an account. You might as well. But there's two main uses I'll use here. The first is the winning product section on their business plan. And with this, they have a winning products of the day section. And what I'm mainly looking for on here are products that are being ran on TikTok. So we can see like this store has Facebook ads, but nothing else. So we're trying to find products that are not only being ran on TikTok, but also that are drop shipping products, where if we were to look them up on AliExpress, we would most likely be able to find that. So just looking through here, like immediately, these aren't typical drop shipping products. These are all like real brands. And I know we're on a time crunch today, so I won't scroll forever. But that's one way I use Minya. And the second would be using their TikTok ad spy feature and then just clicking this drop shipping tab. From here, we're just scrolling and trying to find products that are AliExpress products. So like this right here is this custom envelope necklace. I already know this is a drop shipper. So you can view their ad more in depth on Minya. And we can look at all of the ads that this store is running. So it looks like they're testing quite a few different pieces of jewelry. Generally, if you see the same video posted like 10, 15 times, they are scaling that product up, and it's a good indicator. Like this ad ran for 48 days, has 1 million views, and it looks like they're still running it up. And it's also important too to note the country. Like this store is selling this in Italy, whereas if you were to try that in the USA, it probably wouldn't perform as well. So again, we're just trying to find products that look like they're AliExpress. So this is a $9 plushie. We see the same video twice in a row. So we can view their profile more in depth, more ads from shop. And we can see they have the same video posted over and over again, all with today's date. So to me, it looks like they're scaling this up. So this product right here could have some potential. I know half these videos aren't loading now, but here, we'll play this one. It's just a plushie. And like this, you can't really even see what it is from this ad. It's not that good. But real quick, let's pull up their website. Let's see what they're selling. Real-time product research. So they are just selling these weighted plushies, $9.95, probably charging shipping, and then they're doing 3 trees planted per product purchase. So that's their pretty unique offer. You can use Minia to just scroll through here. Here are water guns. Here we can play this real quick.
I love a good water gun.
So it's like an automatic laser, bro. It's
Oh,
pretty
dang.
crazy, actually. Yeah, next time I see you, I'll bring 2 of them. But we can view their profile and go to their ads. And look, they only have 1 video here. So it's not like they're scaling this up. Like, it looks like they just ran this to test it and it wasn't profitable. So they stopped running ads.
And this check's just TikTok, right? Yeah, we're just on TikTok.
So
So
we're
it doesn't
just
do
on
Snap.
TikTok right now. And so next here, then we have this jellyfish lamp. Let's click this. Again, you view ads from shop. They have only 2 videos featuring the lamp. This is some barbecue cookware. And these only ran for, this one ran for 26 days, but it only has 5,000 views, which isn't a lot. So it doesn't look like they were, scaling that up by any means. So with this method, you're really just scrolling and trying to find anyone who's drop shipping. Cool.
And
What
someone
is
asked
this?
if those water guns would get banned on TikTok.
See, I wouldn't ever test them, actually. I'm kind of afraid of that. Because that is always a risk. But yeah, this is the dropship.io method. Here's a cute one. I'm actually about to test this soon. This is my store, which we'll be covering. But let's view them. I can't remember if these people were scaling up, but I really like this product. Like, it hit all the check boxes, and it's this portable pet stamper. So they ran this only for 1 day, got 7K views. But I think it's a really cute product. I think it has great potential. Again, it's a good gift. It would hit all of the criteria if we went back to the checklist. So
Cool.
that's it for Minya. Next, we have dropship.io. This is my second favorite tool. So let's say there's a website you find, such as Gravity Case, this one right here. We can come to dropship.io and start tracking the store, and it'll tell us the exact amount of revenue they're doing. Now, this is usually pretty accurate, within like 95%, give or take. But this store, Gravity Case, the one we just pulled up, they have done 120K within the last 30 days, mainly selling this anti-gravity phone case. And we can look at their product page. It's actually very good. This is a super high quality drop shipping store. It's a short description, but it looks very clean. It's aesthetic. The colors are bold, and it's definitely something, you can take notes from. Another example of that would be Sleek Shape. So let me come back to the store tracker. We'll just paste that in there.
Can you use this for any Shopify store, or it has to be like drop
Any
shipping
Shopify
specific?
store. You give me any Shopify store, I'll throw it in.
I like it. Let's do Gymshark. See what's up with Gymshark.
So yeah, we'll throw that in next. Here's Sleek Shape again, 107K. They have another really good product page. I just want to show this off. You guys should really use them as an example, like the gold standard for what you're trying to achieve with your website. Like, this is super good, very salesy, incredible. So cool. Real quick, let's put Gymshark in here. Gymshark.com.
It's a great tool. I love it.
So with some of my stores too, I've seen it underreport like 50% at times as well. So like, it'll say I'm doing less than I am, which is good, so people can't spy on me. But generally, like, it is pretty accurate. When you're doing more orders, I have seen it like not be 100% just from putting my own, stores in there.
They're not doing too bad.
But here's Gymshark, 14 mil. Yeah, you can even see their best sellers. It's very impressive. Cool. And you can see the date the product was added. So that's just the first way to use dropship.io. The second way, I'm only going to put this in this podcast. I won't show this in regular videos, but they have a preset filter that is super good by default. So I like the best one product stores, and I'll always put 10 here for 10 products listed, because even if you're scaling one product, realistically, you're going to have like priority processing, upsells. So you'll have more than one product. And scrolling down, then there's a drop shipping product only section. This is actually like brand new. And this right here is literally a money printer. So we'll change this to 150 products per page, so we don't need to scroll as much. And We can even filter it by the most revenue per month. So it's just going to show us the mega bangers first. And here we
Wow.
have it. So at this point, you can just start clicking these stores one by one and looking at their product pages. Like this is a kid's floaty. They're selling it for $130. For TikTok, it's usually a younger demographic. This is a
Airless.
little expensive for an impulse buy. Um, but you can really just spy on anyone. And these are all drop shipping products that you can basically find on AliExpress.
I like it.
Cool. Sorry, what is chat saying? I had to minimize it real quick.
As a
So this
beginner
is
dropshipper, how can I know
dropship.io.
it's a saturated product? Is there any way to see it?
Oh, how can you see if a product's saturated? Um, in just a moment, I'll have a good indicator for you. We'll get to that shortly. And then just a reminder, if you stick around until the end, I'll be releasing this entire Notion document to the chat only, and that'll be the only time we send it out. So the final product research method is then PP ads. So let's say there's a product you're going to sell. Let's take our custom pet stamp. We can come to PP ads on their product search and just type our product name in and search it. And this will be everyone who has ran ads for this product before. So if you're trying to see what type of videos have done well, look for who has got the most impressions. Like these people, 400K, these people, 3 mil. Whereas these ones are 10K and 6K, you know, they're not as viral. So we can click these now and see what videos they were running. Like these people just had a single video. There's no text on it. It just seems very simple, like an ASMR style video. This next one, these people, they're selling theirs for $15. So we can also stalk their website to see their offer, you know, how much they're selling it for, how they're building their landing page out. But as well, we can look at their videos. So this is just like a cute dog. This was the ad we found on Minya actually with the ad spy earlier on in the video.
Dang.
That's crazy. We just found it twice. And then this one is it's another simple ad. And one thing I skipped over with Minya and PP ads, you can just download these videos straight to your computer, and you could. Well, what a lot of dropshippers will do is they'll use these videos for their ads, and technically that's against terms of service, so it's definitely a gray area. But I do think it is worth noting. So that is it for the main tools. And for a bonus, these are just some tips to help you narrow down your product research to find winning products easier. So before you ever test a product, I want you to ask yourself the following questions, and it'll help narrow down your product research list significantly. So first is, does this product fit the winning product criteria? So does it fit all of this? Yes or no? From there, is the product available on AliExpress? Sometimes you find a cool product, but you can't get it on AliExpress. It's not sourceable. Next, can we effectively sell this product with healthy profit margins? With some products, they'll be like $30, $40 to ship out. And you just can't make sense to actually sell it for anything reasonable. So some products get thrown out because they just cost too much to ship out. Next, we have, are there high quality product photos available? So some AliExpress products, the listings have like crappy pixelated photos. They don't show it with humans. Whereas some products have 4K photos. There's, you know, humans holding the product, very lifestyle images. So go ahead, look at the images on the AliExpress. Then we have, are there ad creatives available? So search your product up on TikTok. See if there's videos available for it. Search it on PP ads, Minya, Dropship.io. Do whatever you can to gauge the amount of content out there, because the more videos you can find, the easier it'll be to run ads. Then we have, are there a lot of competitors for the product? Again, use Minya, PP ads, Dropship.io. Do some research, see who's selling the product. From here, how can I differentiate myself from the competitors? Because again, every other drop shipper can see the same products. Everyone's testing the same thing. Everyone's using the same ads as each other. So you need to be thinking, what can I do differently to help get an edge over the competition? And then finally, what offers aren't being done for this product? Similarly to what we just said, think differently. What can I provide with this product to provide more value, to provide something new? Because every dropshipper runs the same offer, they steal ads from the same person. So it's all about standing out. And with that being said, that is it for product research. Are there any other quick questions in chat before we move on to store
Let's
design?
see. There was a question. Have you personally tested the weighted hoop? There's a current store
Um,
that's
the,
smashing it right now, and they
the
have.
last time I tested that, I got banned. My ad accounts got rejected, or my ads got flagged.
There you go.
Hmm. But I
What
do think it's
so
a good product.
is there a specific monthly revenue that you should be looking out for? I think that's
Mm,
referring to the dropship.io.
honestly, as long as you see a few thousand in sales, I would consider testing it. Even low thousands, because sometimes people are new to drop shipping and they're getting some sales, but they just don't know how to scale or they don't have proper systems. So a lot of winners do fall through the cracks where people have them, but they don't actually capitalize on them. So as long as you see a few thousand revenue, I would be comfortable to consider it, assuming it meets the other criteria as well. Cool. Um,
For
anything
how
else?
for
One more
cost
question.
work should we keep the ads alive if the product isn't converting to sale? I'm
We
assuming
will
we're gonna
cover
cover that, yeah.
we will cover ads later on. I have it all planned out already. So we will get there soon.
All right, let's
Um,
rock.
so moving on to store design. A lot of people who just get into drop shipping, they really overthink this part and they'll spend like 100 hours on their store just to test their first product and it fails. Like shocker, it's your first product. You just got started. And I have found that where I'm currently at, when I test a product, my website is usually 80% of its full potential. Like there's still room to improve, but it's good enough for a test. So the main point being, you don't need to be a perfectionist. If your page looks like the pages I'm about to show you, then your product's good enough. So don't think you need to have these crazy pages and that you have to constantly be using custom theme editors. Like, no, you can keep things relatively simple. So to get started, I recommend pre-built 3.0. For anyone who's in my Discord, the Ecom Mafia, you're aware of this theme. It takes 5 minutes to install. All you have to do is come to add theme, upload zip file, and you upload the file right here. And then right away, it's already customized for you. So just use a pre-built theme, save your time. On mobile, it just shows your top products up top. We have our collections, contact us. And then in terms of product pages, I've been keeping the layout pretty simple. This is a product I'm actually testing today for the $100 to 10K challenge. It's this custom pet stamp. We have bundles, a photo uploader because it is a personalized product. And then the description is very simple. It just explains how to take the photo essentially. And I don't have reviews yet because this is a limited budget theme. And we also have this sticky card on the bottom, which I'll be teaching how to get later as well. So that is it for pre-built 3.0. Absolutely essential. From here, we want a branded general store. So this store is called Arliss. It means nothing. It just sounds cool. I have a nice little fancy font, so it looks good. Another store we'll be taking a look at is Avanti. So again, these stores, they just, you can sell anything on them. The name is so broad, the font is so neutral that it doesn't matter what you're testing. It will look branded on this store.
And trendy.
Yes, yes. And I even have a chat GPT prompt to automate this. So you can just say, give me branded e-com stores related to, and I put a few examples here, and it'll just type a ton of examples out for you. So you can read through these one by one. And let's say you really liked Luxor, number 12. You can say, give me more examples similar to 12. and this will type out more as well. So this is usually pretty damn good. This is how I get a lot of my domains now. And again, this prompt is inside of the Notion document. And then finally, we'll briefly cover product descriptions. So if you're in my Discord, the Ecom Mafia, you have seen this, but there is this chat GPT extension called AI PRM
Ooh, it's a good
right here.
one.
It's a free one. It's good. You actually sent me this, but I already
Yeah,
had it installed.
there you go.
So get this installed, and I have it in my favorites already. But it is generate click enticing product name and unique product descriptions by search ministry. So you can just come to the search bar, product description, and it's by search ministry right here. And with this, you just need to type your product name. So let's just do custom pet stamp, just as so. And this will give you a product description, high converting product description in merely seconds. Now, it's not fully done. In fact, it's a little too long. So I include a second prompt in here as well. And we are just going to tell it to shorten it to 3 paragraphs and to provide a headline text for each of these paragraphs. And this will be a very good start. So you have 3 paragraphs. You can have 3 images slash GIFs in your description. It's usually a pretty healthy amount. But from here to further optimize it, like Chat GPT is going to give you a massive paragraph. Like this makes me want to vomit. So I recommend you just split one big paragraph up into 3 short sentences or 2 short sentences. The goal is to have the text be easy to skim because people aren't reading. They're quickly scrolling. They're looking at the visuals, the bold words, the bullet points. So the more concise and precise that you can make your text, the easier it'll be on the customer. So don't have a big chunk of text, space it out, bold some words, and your customers will thank you. And then finally, just the general layout for a page would be headline text, paragraph, GIF or image. And then we essentially have 3 of these in total. And then we have a guarantee in shipping and some reviews at the bottom. And one example is this product right here, the hands-free pet leash. This was getting sales for a while, but it slowed down for me. But just scrolling down, it's the exact format. So headline, paragraph, image, headline, paragraph, image, text, image, headline, paragraph, image, our guarantee, and then we have reviews at the bottom. So the main purpose of your description is to just really state your benefits and have it easy to flow. You know, you want images in there, you want words bold, you want everything to be spaced out nice and evenly. So that is the main gist for the description. And I will be showing you a few more product pages later on, but that is what we have planned for now. We're about to hop into the apps, but real quick, are there any questions before we move on to this?
Yeah, any questions specifically about the page structure? I don't think I saw any during. Um, they're just asking about other things, like if you're still running things. But so I guess we can keep rocking.
Cool. So next up, then we have essential apps to install. So these are my favorite apps. Essentially, these are a mixture of some free and paid apps. Most of them are free, but by having them installed, you'll get product for cheaper, shipped out faster, your conversion rate will be higher, and customers will be spending more when they actually buy from your website. So it's almost a no-brainer to get these installed. And real quick, somebody asked, where do you find GIFs? So for GIFs, there's 2 things. The first is just go to a competitor's landing page. Maybe I can pull the gravity case back up. Let me see. Well, so the first would be going to a competitor, and if they have a GIF, stealing it, which is definitely not allowed, but people do it. And then also just going to Google and typing like custom pet stamp GIF and seeing if there's any GIFs flat out on Google. And for a lot of products, you would be surprised, but there's actually some good content out there. And then the final way is you can download a TikTok or an ad and you can go to this website, easygift.com. And on here, what you can do is turn a video to a GIF. But I would first come to this video to GIF tab, and you can you can cut the video. So you can shorten it to the selection you need. Then you can change the cropping so it's just a square. Then you can convert that to a GIF and upload it to your website. So it is quite a process, but you can turn any TikTok into a GIF with the proper aspect ratio and everything. Got a little derailed. But moving on to the best apps. First, for a supplier, always use CJ Dropshipping. You know I stand by them. What you need to do is find your product on AliExpress and just save the first photo here. And CJ has a photo lookup feature where you just upload a photo of your product and it will instantly pull it up just like this. So boom, here is one listing, here's another. So I would just open all of these up in new tabs. These were the only two for this product, by the way, and just click the first variant and look at the price, $11.56. If we click around, $11.92. $11.56. Okay, so we have a general idea of the price. Come to the next one, we do the same thing. $11.15, $11.15. 15. So this one right here is cheaper. And additionally, you can compare the shipping time, which is 15 days. Let me pull that back up. It's a little cut off, but 15 days. And this one is 18 to 35 days. So not only is this one cheaper, it also arrives faster. So it's clearly the better deal. So use CJ as your supplier. Let me just check what other apps we have. We'll run through these pretty quick. So next would be geolocation. This is a free currency converter app. You just pull it up, boom. Hey, you're in a different country. Do you want to switch to your currency? And it works just like that. It's free. From here, we have image upload. This is for custom products, such as this one. You know, the tap to upload image. That is the app we use for that. So it is upload lift, image upload. Uplinky sticky cart is the mini cart we have at the bottom of our screen. So if we scroll past this add to cart button, it pops up and then the customer can easily add to their cart at any point on the website. Back to our store, we have caching bundles. This is the bundle app I have installed as well. So the buy two, the buy three, save 10%, save 20%. And then we have copy. This is a pretty OP app. If you've seen my channel, you can put any Shopify store's URL into this app and it'll import that product into your store. It'll import the title, the photos, the reviews. It'll literally import everything. And real quickly, I need to grab some water. So chat, ask a question. Zach, keep them entertained.
Yeah, go for it. Alrighty, guys, let's see what questions you have. Anything about ecom in general, about setting up, about getting landing pages set, feel free to drop them in and I will address any of those questions. But if you don't have any questions, then don't ask any questions and we'll just wait for Anthony to get back. But while we're on this break, would love for you to talk to you guys about what we have going on in the agency domain. We have speakers just like Anthony that come every single week, obviously very focused on the agency community. But if you are interested, it's a free community. Come on by.
Am I in focus? Do I look okay?
You look great. You look good, my
Cheers.
man. All the questions came pretty late, so I had to talk some nonsense, and now they're like, how to scale? That's not a question, my man.
We'll get to scaling it soon.
Yeah. How to scale?
Yeah, I can actually show you a live demo of this copy app. But real quick, just the other apps we need then would be the basic email app. You can use Klaviyo when you're scaling, but when you're just getting started, this app is actually pretty baller. Then we have Text Cart. This is a free app. And yo, Zach, are you ready for this?
Let's see it.
So look, you can, this app, when somebody adds to cart, it'll send them a text. So look, it says, this is Lindsay from Avanti. I saw you were looking at this product. Do you want me to see if I can get you a discount? And look, she texts back, sure, is there a way to pay with PayPal? And then this app has a conversation with them, and they actually returned and purchased.
Whoa. That's pretty saucy. What's that app called? TXT cart?
Yeah, and it's free to install. Free to install.
Love that. That's saucy. That guys, that's worth it. You guys can all go home now.
Yeah, it's
We're
pretty
done.
incredible.
Shutting down the stream. See you guys later.
And then real quick, I'm going to show you my upsells. This is good stuff here. So let's say you're selling these skull slides. After they purchase, meaning after they enter their credit card, everything, they get hit with these post-purchase upsells. And as
Yep.
long as they hit buy, it just rebills their order and they don't need to enter their details again. So this is after they've bought the same product. We try to sell it to them again, but for a discount. So I'll say you've unlocked a special one-time discount, save 20% off when you add an extra for a family member or friend, review stars, scarcity, free shipping. This is it. And this has about anywhere from a 15 to 35% conversion rate. I've seen it vary product to product. But then if they if they accept it, then it takes them to the second offer. So the second offer is just the same product, but for a bigger discount, 30% this time. Put a timer. You won't ever see this deal again. And then let's say they reject this first offer. Well, then we just give them the same offer I just showed you. It's just a bigger discount. So this is how you really milk your customers, because it is a drop shipping store
Yeah.
and we don't expect them to return per se.
Yeah. It'd be obviously better if you had cross references to actually sell them along with that. But with a store like that, you only really have one product.
Yeah, and the one product works real good, actually. I've seen, even
That's
when I'm
funny.
upscaling one product.
Ezra Firestone would frown upon you.
Yes. And then this is the copy app where, again, you can take any product. So let's just take the pet stamp. This is already on my store. I've never tried to copy a product from my own store, but for demonstration, you would just paste the link in there and boom, just like that, we can import the product to our store. And we'll call this
Crazy.
one test import. I already have the product added. Let me change the URL. And just like that, it's going to add the product to our store in literally seconds, the entire product page. And some drop shippers are pretty sketchy, and they'll just test with this. Like they'll just steal people's ads, steal people's pages, and then go launch their product. And there's definitely some repercussions for that. And you can get banned from TikTok and Shopify. So I definitely wouldn't be that obvious with importing a product. But here it is, boom, on our website, already customized, fully done for us in like 30 seconds.
Love that.
Now, next up, those are the apps. Pretty simple, keeping it clean for you guys. We have TikTok ads, testing, and scaling. Remember, we're for the outline of all of this, we're still doing the $100 to 10K challenge. So the ad strategy I have here is a general one, and then I'll explain how I'm adapting that to fit this challenge. So I whipped up this fancy graphic in Photoshop. The strategy is pretty simple. We have a full tutorial on YouTube, so you can check that out. But you'll need 3 to 5 videos for your product. So if you're testing the custom pet stamp, you will need 3 to 5 videos for that. And one of the easiest ways to get videos is going to TikTok, not .com. And you can do the PP ad search or Minya, but you can literally come here and just type in pet stamp. We'll just keep it very simple. And here it is. Here's the exact video. We've seen this 3 times now on Minya, on PP ads, and now on TikTok. And there's a ton of other content for it. So if you were to run ads for this, there are an abundance of videos, which is always a good sign. From here, we are going to put each video into its own $20 ad group. So we would have a campaign for this product, and in each ad group, we would have one unique video. So this would be one video, spending 20 bucks. This would be one video, spending 20 bucks, and so on and so forth. And if you only had 3 videos, again, you would just have 3. If you had 5, you would add a 5th one on. And again, I have a full video outlining it all. And for this strategy, Since we only have $100, when episode 1 comes out, you'll see, but Shopify is $1 right now, so that gives us 99. Domain was 15, so that means for day 1 of testing, we had $84 in the overall budget. And the minimum you can do per ad group is $20. So what I'm doing for this strategy, and these ads went live today actually. I'm testing 3 products, and essentially I put each product at a $20 budget. And inside of each of these, we have 3 different videos. So it's a slight variation of what I talked about, but this will allow me to test products at a rapid rate. I can launch 5 different products all at $20 each, and then compare that data to see, okay, which of these 3 products or which of these 5 products is getting the best cost per click, is getting the most add to carts, is getting the most sales. And when you launch multiple at a low budget, it's very easy to compare. So the 3 products I'm launching is the custom pet stamp portrait. The product page is simple. The competitors had a very, very simple product page. Like literally, it was just how to upload the photo. So I wanted to keep a similar groove. It worked for them. So I just did something similar. And this photo was from AliExpress. It actually looks very clean. And then we don't have reviews yet because we are on a limited budget. Here we have the Jelly Friend lamp. This text is a little glitched right here. I'll tweak that. But this is, again, simple headline text image, specifications, guarantee, very simple. Then we have the dumbbell bracelet, and this was very similar to the competitor. Their description, and they were scaling, was literally this simple. So look at what your competition's doing. Be smart about it. Like if somebody's scaling and they have a very simple store, well, it is clearly working for them. So take notes from your competition. Every product, every niche is going to be a little different. Like a cheaper product isn't going to need as much of an explanation compared to an $80 product. The higher the price tag, you can say, the more thorough your product page necessarily has to be. So for this, we have 3 products, and I'm launching them each at $20 per day. And based on the day 1 results, it'll be very obvious which of the 3 is our best performer, or if we need to launch 3 more products on top of that. Any questions so far? What do we got? Why do I
Nothing.
target UK for the skull slides as opposed to the UK? Maybe there's a slight typo there, but for targeting on TikTok, USA is definitely one of the top countries if you're trying to scale to like 10K days consistently. However, UK is close up. UK, a few months ago, UK was incredibly, I don't want to say simple, but almost easy compared to US. The CPMs were slashed in half. Every product you launched was like 40-cent cost per click. But catching up to today, UK is definitely a little more competitive. But between the two, I still believe that launching in the United Kingdom is easier, but US has more potential to scale high. And if you have an agency account, countries like Australia and Canada are definitely worth throwing into the mix as well.
Do agency accounts have better metrics or other pros other than being able to advertise to any country?
So this is, you can say conspiracy, but in the e-commerce community, there is a rumor that personal accounts actually perform better than agency accounts. And the reason I say that's conspiracy is because 1, nobody has actually proven that. It's all hearsay and word of mouth. But 2, I have had most of my success running agency accounts. So that doesn't mean that they're obsolete, but some people do believe personal accounts perform better.
How do you edit your ads?
You can edit your ads in CapCut. It's the free software by TikTok. You can add text to speech in there. Incredibly simple. Typically, if I'm downloading a video online, if it doesn't have auto subtitles, I love to add that. Just being able to follow the video without any sound is huge. Where do I get agency accounts? Create a support ticket in the Discord, and we'll get you hooked up. So that is it for the testing strategy.
How are you testing 3 products in one campaign? Doesn't the pixel mess up?
Just throw it on the same pixel. One thing I realized after running a Discord is a lot of people overthink the pixel. And I think part of that is my fault because I mentioned that you should be switching up your pixel if you're testing new products. And like for me currently, I'll use the same pixel for quite a few products and then I'll create a new one. I'm not always making one new pixel per every single product. So you can space it out quite a bit. And then let's say like you're scaling your campaign, you have good ROAS, but all of a sudden your performance starts dying and you try new campaigns, you try new videos, but you just can't get your profits back. Then that would be a good time to create a new pixel for your current product, which I know is a big issue.
Do you believe in passing the learning phase or do you not worry about passing it?
So with TikTok, there is no learning phase. You actually get more impressions early on. So when you have a new pixel, TikTok pushes it out to a broader audience to see who's interested, which can get you cheaper CPMs and a lower cost per click. And then someone asked what the pixel does. Let's say I get a purchase on this dumbbell bracelet. The pixel communicates with TikTok and it says, hey, you got a purchase right here. So that way you know what campaign and what ad that purchase actually came from. Cool. So then moving on to metrics to look out for. We just covered the strategy. What you want to see is one, a CPM of $10 or less. With TikTok lately, it seems like a hit or miss. Sometimes you launch a product and you have $6 CPMs. You're ecstatic, you're happy. Other times you launch a product and you have $80 CPMs, $40 CPMs, $20 CPMs. And you're like, bro, what is going on? And real quick, if you're unfamiliar with CPM, that means cost per mil or cost per 1,000. It's essentially how much money you're paying to target 1,000 impressions on TikTok or 1,000 views. So some products you can get 1,000 views for $5. Other products, it's $20. So the cheaper your CPM, the more people you can effectively target. So if it's under $10, definitely a good sign. The next metric then is cost per click. I like to see a CPC, a cost per click of under $1. On really good products, it's around 30, 40 cents, very low. However, I have had several profitable products around that 60 to 80 cent mark. So if your cost per click is closer to $1, don't stress it, because what you're most aiming for on day one are sales, because at the end of the day, nothing else matters. But by having these as a baseline reference, it's always good to know and check, like, is this product on path? Like, does it have potential or is it totally missing the mark? From here, a click-through rate of 1.5%. Generally, if your cost per click is low, your click-through rate will be pretty low as well. And then finally, we have add to carts. You want to be seeing add to carts at around $10 ad spend. Usually, if you get to $10 ad spend and there's no add to carts, that product most likely won't be profitable. From all of the tests I've ran, that is just my general consensus. So if you have a decent product, decent ads, decent website, when you launch your ads, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 add to carts by $10 ad spend. Like, it'll be so blatantly obvious that this product is kicking ass. So with your ads, like, it's not going to be mind games like, is this a winner? No, it'll be incredibly obvious. The metrics will be jumping off the screen. You'll be like, damn, this is incredible. And it'll be very straightforward. So that's really what you're looking out for. Just low CPM, low cost per click, but ultimately sales. So when to know when to scale. This is a very simple formula. I apologize if math wasn't your favorite growing up, but here we have step one. This is going to be to calculate your BER, which means your break-even ROAS. Essentially, once you calculate your break-even ROAS, if your ROAS is above the break-even amount, you're profitable. If it's below, you're losing money. This is quite literally the only metric you need to monitor on your ads. So to calculate it, here's the formula. You do your selling price divided by your break-even price, which is your selling price minus your cost of goods, and that gives you your break-even ROAS. So an example is, let's say your selling price is $29.99 and your cost of goods are $9.11. Well, with this formula, we would take our selling price, $29.99, and divide that by our break-even price, which is our selling price, $29.99, minus our cost of goods, $9.11, which brings us to $29.99 divided by 2088 with a break-even point of 1.43. Whew, okay, math is done. So 1.43 is our break-even point. Now, if our ROAS on TikTok is above this number, we're profitable. We can go and scale. If it's below this number, we aren't profitable. So we shouldn't increase the budget and try to scale. So this is the only metric that matters at the end of the day. If your ROAS is above this, it's a green light to move forward. It's telling you, like, come through, like the people at the airport with the glowing sticks. So that is it for testing. Then moving on to scaling. This is the fun part, how we can go to 1K plus per day. So if your ROAS is profitable, it's above that break-even mark, the first thing we want to do is horizontally scale. So this just basically means creating more duplicates of what's already working. So 3 examples. Let's say ad group 1, video 1 is profitable. Well, just duplicate it 3 to 10 times. Let's say your ROAS is like 2.2. It's rather low. I would only maybe do 3 to 5 duplicates, keep it safe. But let's say your ROAS is like 5 to 6. You're insanely profitable. Create a metric ton of duplicates because you made a ton of money. So the more copies you make, essentially, the more money you're going to make. So the higher the ROAS, the more confidence you should have when scaling. So the first method is just to create more $20 versions of the existing ad group. The second method then is to create 5 duplicates of that in a $100 CBO. So you would create a copy of the ad group, put it in a new campaign. You would have 5 copies of it in total in a $100 CBO. This performs incredibly well. And then the third type of campaign we can do is moving our top performing ad group into a bid campaign. And bids are extremely effective. They're quite complicated to explain. So in the Ecom Mafia course and in some YouTube videos, we have covered those there. But essentially, you're taking what's working and you're just duplicating it on a mass scale. And let's say you have 2 ad groups or 2 videos that performed well. You can put both of those videos in the same exact ad group and start creating copies with those together. So essentially, take what's working and mass duplicate. That is step 1. Step 2 then is surf scaling. So surf scaling, it's similar to day trading where you're riding the trends. This is essentially you're increasing the budget in the middle of the day. So let's say you have an extremely profitable ad group, like it spent $10 and has 2 sales already. Well, I would be extremely ecstatic. So let's say ad group 1, video 1 has 2 sales by $15 ad spend. This means your cost per purchase is $7.50, highly profitable. I would quite literally just double the budget. So if our daily budget was $20, double it to 40. Like, it's already super profitable. It'll continue that profitability at a higher budget. From there, let it go 2-3 hours and check back in. If the ad group is continually profitable, like a 3.0 plus ROAS, I would just keep doubling the ad group and keep up this process every 1 to 2 hours, and you can continually scale it up. So some recommended times would be 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., and 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So at all of those, you can literally double your budget. You can go from 20 to 40 to 80 to 100, 160, and keep going from there. And you can even start the day off at a higher budget ABO, like $50, and double it to 100, 200, 400, and go a little aggressive that way too. One bonus tip though, if you aren't insanely profitable, like if your ROAS is like 2.2 on the lower side, doing like a double the budget may be too aggressive. So I would just recommend a small 25% budget bump. But again, the higher the ROAS, the more conviction you should have in that
Absolutely.
particular ad group. So just feel free to really blast it.
Go crazy.
The highest I've taken a budget on a single ad group in a day is 2K. So you can definitely ramp it up. And then a little bonus here for scaling. Once you start hitting 3K per days, I would switch to a private supplier. They can generally negotiate lower rates and get your product shipped out a little faster than CJ or relatively the same. But they'll save you money on your cost of goods, which is huge. Tip 2, make sure you have Klaviyo and TextCart set up. We already covered how TextCart works. That was the app that texts your customers the conversation. But when you're getting consistent sales with a product, I would no longer use the default emails app from Shopify, and I would upgrade to Klaviyo because that'll let you have more campaigns and milk more money from your customers. From here, I would also convert from a general store to a one product store. So with pre-built 3.0, like this is a general store. You know, it's pretty simple. So if you have a product that's scaling quite well, I would rebrand it so everything is themed after that one product. Tip 4, make sure, super important, that you're continuously testing new videos, because if you have only 1 or 2 videos that are doing well, there is a lifespan on that. The videos may only last 1, 2, 3 weeks. So what I would recommend you do is edit new versions of that video by changing the audio, just changing any small detail about it so TikTok recognizes it as a new video. And often that'll prolong your ad creative, but also investing in some UGC or some user-generated custom content with your product that'll, again, let you test more ad creatives, which will prolong your product's longevity. And then finally, make sure you have post-purchase upsells enabled. I already went over my default flow, but inside of Zipify one-click upsell, you can create an A/B split test. So also test some secondary or complementary products to the product they previously purchased. For example, if you're selling a laser pointer, you can upsell the battery they need to use it. That's a little scummy because like they buy it and then you're like, hey, here's the battery we didn't include. But that's just one example of how a complementary product can be a no-brainer. So if you can get them through the door easy, you can hit them with an upsell after. Like if you're selling a printer, maybe once they purchase, boom, you upsell them. Or let's say the mini retro camera, they purchase that, boom, you upsell them the film they need to actually use it. Like, hey, this isn't included. And it kind of forces the customer to spend a little more. So be smart with your upsells because you can actually implement that into your offer as well. So that is it for the main overall lesson. I will drop this link. Zach, where should I post this? Can I put this in the private chat and you disperse it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So that is the link. Feel free to send that out. And I believe we're doing a mini Q&A. Do we bring them on or is it chat only?
It is chat only, unfortunately. Yeah, because
Okay,
they're all on YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter.
cool.
So
I'm
I'll
going to
I'll
grab
drop
some
this link.
water.
Yeah, go
But
for it.
chat, comment all your questions. Feel free to type multiple. We will do a lightning round. We will answer 100 questions in 100 seconds.
What will we? Okay, that's sick. All right, everyone. I will drop the link in the chat after we finish. Also, it will be put inside of my community. The link is in the description below. So join the community. I will post the link in there. You can review it. This video will be on my YouTube account for 24 hours. So you will be able to come in, watch it for 24 hours. After that, it'll be archived inside of my Discord channel. So if you'd like to come back and rewatch it, whatever it is that you want to get out of it again, join the community and then watch it afterwards. The link is also in the description. But other than that, let's do a lightning round of questions and let's get everyone's question answered. You said 100 questions in 100 seconds, so that you're going to answer every question in 1 second.
I got to go fast.
All right, let's.
So I'm at the top with Dylan's tennis journey. Do you see that? So Dylan is actually a student, bro. Get this. Listen, this is a funny story. I'm just going to say it. So he's 15, okay? And he's already doing like 1K a day within joining my VIP group.
Love that.
And listen, so I hop on our first one-on-one call, didn't realize the age, but his mom was on the call and she was into drop shipping, bro. She was hyping us up.
That's hilarious.
But he's crushing it. He's a goat. So, can you run TikTok ads from 2 different stores on one ad account? I would always do 1 store per ad account. In my opinion, it just keeps you safe. It's actually against terms of service to have 2 different stores on the same ad account. So I would just split it up. How are you testing 3 products in one campaign? Doesn't the pixel get messed up? I wouldn't stress it. It's day 1 on this. I wouldn't overthink the pixel. Just select it, choose complete payment, and launch your ads and let the metrics speak to you. What are your thoughts on the pheromone perfume and swim shapewear? Possible low-key winners. I found several stores scaling and doing good numbers. So pheromone perfume is doing quite good. I don't know how. I thought this product was done, but I keep being impressed, and there's new people selling it every day. There are some issues, though, with customs because it is labeled as an alcohol because it's a perfume. So some suppliers have issues shipping it out. And shapewear at the moment is one of the biggest niches. However, it's highly competitive. There's new products popping up every day. But as a drop shipper, you're never really the first person to test it. And the odds are other people have gotten a piece of the pie before you can get there. How do you find UGC creators that won't tax the hell out of you? So I just go to Twitter and I type, I need 2 UGC creators for a niche related product. And I just put a fake amount. Like I need 2 creators. So it seems scarce. They flock in, you get like 100 replies. I don't know where they come from. And
the Twitter algorithm is crazy when it for UGC
yeah,
people, bro. They come out of the holes, bro. You have like 5 followers on Twitter. You post one of those guys and you get 30,000 comments and 80 followers. It's crazy.
So yeah, you name your price. If your price is $50 a video, be like, hey, I can pay you $50 for one video. And a lot of these people don't actually get any deals. So they'll just be happy that they have an opportunity and they'll take it. But there are some creators, like the more talented ones, who do charge a lot. So you just can't work with them. And other creators too can be weird. They'll be like, I want to charge you a usage fee to run ads for this video. And it's just not worth dealing with those people. So name your price, explain that it's an opportunity to work long-term and do more deals together, give them some faith in the relationship, and they'll be very happy to do the video, especially since they can use it for their portfolio. In my last video, I said, if an ad is doing good, then duplicate it 5 times and start paying $100 a day for the ads. But in a previous video, you said set to the original to $100. So table salt, that's what we just went over with horizontally scaling and surf scaling. So horizontally scaling is when you create more copies to get more buckets of audiences. So we can target some people here, some people here, some people here, and figure out where the actual buyers are. And when you have one ad group doing really well, you can actually edit the budget on that and surf scale it up. So if the purchases are coming in, if the ROAS is there, you can edit the budget on that. So it's best when you do both combined. So that way you're scaling wide, you're casting a big net, and then you're stacking what's actually working.
And
that's good. Next. Okay. What's better to test a product a day? What's better to test one product a day, a $50 CBO or a $60 non-CBO? Essentially, both would work. If it's a solid product, good ads, good offer, it wouldn't matter which one you launched. If it was like a proper winner, it would work with both realistically. But I would follow the ad strategy that we talked about throughout this, where you're splitting up each creative at a $20 budget, that right there will give you the most conviction because it removes all the guesswork. Sometimes a CBO can be a little wacky where it spends all your budget on one video and you never get a chance to see if your other two videos were actually profitable. So by splitting them up, it just gives you pure data and makes your decision very precise. How do you find private suppliers? Just join the Ecom Mafia server. We have somebody named Jomi. He is a China supplier, has helped out a lot of the members, a lot of the VIPs, and he would definitely help you out. So if you're stealing people's pictures, there's a high chance you can get a DMCA, which is essentially a copyright strike. And if you get 3, your store gets shut down. So be very careful with pictures. You want to look at, you want to compare the AliExpress images. So see if they're using AliExpress photos. Like if they're using Ali photos, I would be confident to use them too. If they were using custom images that they took, I would be very scared to use them because they'll probably flag you down. Where did I get this hoodie? This is like 4 years old. It was a limited drop. Yeah, it's just been collecting dust. Do you believe it is beneficial to run both TikTok ads and organic? Have you ever used Spark ads? So organic's good when you have a product that's already doing well, but starting with organic is extremely difficult. You know, organic is relying on the algorithm to go viral. And a lot of times, even if you get a viral video, 100K, a million views, you might not get any link clicks and it might not even convert. So being able to make an effective TikTok that generates clicks and revenue, while also going viral is very hard to accomplish. So TikTok ads is definitely easier to start. And for Spark ads, again, if you're running organic and you have a big presence, running Spark ads is good. But if you're only running a drop shipping store and you haven't tapped into organic yet, then Spark ads wouldn't really make much sense because you wouldn't have social proof. What are your thoughts on seasonal products? Yes, 100% worth testing. When Christmas comes around, you will see the same exact winners every single year. I guarantee you, Galaxy projector, Galaxy Rose, the rose in the box, the train that lays dominoes. Like those are just a few off the top of my head. Always go viral, without a doubt. How do I create a new ad account if the ad account is giving me bad metrics? So it's not the ad account that's giving you problems. It's most likely the videos. And let's say you downloaded videos that were on PP ads that were viral. Well, the odds are other people have already beat you to it. So the algorithm is penalizing you because the viewer just isn't interested in your content because they've seen it a million times. And one thing I've seen too, make sure the video feels like a TikTok. A lot of people have never ran TikTok, or a lot of people have never used TikTok before, and they're over here running TikTok ads. So take 15 minutes, do some scrolling, get familiar with the app, see how ads actually look and feel, and use that to your advantage when it comes to picking ad creatives. When testing, should I target one country in an ACO for all 3 of the ad groups? Yes, I would just put either USA or the United Kingdom. Generally, that's your best bet. Some people will do top 4 or top 5. So that would be US, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia. But generally one country, USA or the UK. And of course, if you speak German or Dutch or any other language, you can target your unique countries as well, assuming they actually have buying power. Like you wouldn't want to sell to India, for example. No offense. So for testing creatives, for each ad, do you test different marketing angles? So again, this is part of your research when you're finding ad creatives. You want to find some diversity. You don't want all of your videos to feel the same, because you don't even know if that video works yet. So yes, when you're picking your 3 to 5 videos, try to get 3 to 5 unique feeling videos that all have a slightly different twist. Because if they all feel the same, if one fails, they all fail. But if they're all a little different, if one works, you could be good.
Guys, there's some questions that I'm skipping in here just because they were either answered in the or people have asked them before. So if you asked a question and I skimmed over it, it's because he's already answered it. So you can watch this replay, like I said, for 24 hours, and then it'll be archived inside my Discord if you'd like to watch it after 24 hours. But that's why if your question hasn't been answered, it's because it's been answered before.
Very good. I'm also posting this on my channel.
Yep.
Cool. What's next?
I live in Saudi Arabia. Can I run ads in USA or Canada?
So first, create a TikTok business account and check what countries you have available. I think you might be able to target USA because USA can target Saudi Arabia. So you may be good. But if not, you would need an agency account, and you can purchase one of those through Fiverr or through our Discord. It costs about $150 to buy it. It's a one-time fee. But with an agency account, you can target any country and you will have no VAT tax for running ads in the UK and Europe. Believe this or not, if you're running ads to the UK, there's a 19% tax. So if you spend $100, you pay $119 in total.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous. But agency account removes that. A lot of people arrive at the checkout, but a very small percentage buy. Please drop a tip. So first, go through your checkout, make sure everything's functional, looks good. Make sure your shipping is set up and that you're selling to international markets. Then I would just say make sure you have email and SMS. Some products you'll have a ton of checkouts. And if that's the case, I'd recommend testing some bids. Maybe that'll help fix it, get you some more precise buyers. But there's also a chance it's just not a good product. Like they're adding to cart, but if you just can't get sales eventually, it's time to move on. So I would recommend getting email, SMS set up and figure out what's going on. Try some new campaigns, see if that fixes it. But if not, new product. What about Facebook? So I don't teach Facebook because they are very strict with advertising. You might be able to launch ads, but they will quickly ban you. And if you make a new account, you probably won't even be able to launch ads. It's so strict to where this is the process. I had to learn this. You create a new page and then you have to wait like 2 to 3 days to do anything else. Then you create your ad account. You have to wait 2 more days. Then you have to add a payment method, wait another day. Then you have to launch a page like campaign, wait another day. Then you launch add to cart campaign, wait another day. And after all of that, you can finally launch your proper testing campaign, and there's a chance you may get banned. So it's just not even worth to teach because of how stressful it is. We got a big one. If the ad creative on PP ad/Minya meet the criteria for a good ad but has low impressions, should you still download the ad creative to use, or do the impressions matter? So if it's a good video, like you watch it and you're like, damn, this is a good video, I would still consider it. If it's a good video and you can recognize what a quality video is, I would still definitely download it for sure. Do you think TikTok organic is dying and that Instagram Reels are better? They're the same. They go hand in hand. If you're doing organic, you should do Reels. If you're doing Reels, you should do organic. There's no reason not to do one without the other. They're like peanut butter and jelly for sure. When testing, do you compare break-even ROAS with each ad group or with the overall? You should be comparing the ad groups against each other because you just need one profitable ad group to be able to scale. If you're doing the testing like I suggested, you only need one of the 3 videos to be profitable. So that way you can create more copies and begin to scale those up for sure. What is the criteria you look for in a good ad? You should join the Ecom Mafia Discord because I got you covered there.
There you go. That can be the last question. No one else is popping up, but go ahead and plug yourself. Go ahead and let them know where they can learn more about this.
Cool.
What
Can
you
you
have
post the link
available.
once more?
Yeah, I can.
So click this link to this document at the bottom. There's a link to all of my socials, to YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I have a link to my Discord group, which is free to join through that link, but we do have a premium section inside with 10 plus private channels, the pre-built theme. We have a 70 video TikTok course where I show more in depth, literally every single step from going through your settings, installing all the apps, setting them up. So it's very comprehensive, 70 videos. And then very soon we will be resuming weekly calls within the group where I actually hop on, we talk for an hour, sort of have a live Q&A. So all of the links are in that Notion document. If you can just send it out once more.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description of this video as well so that they can grab it from there.
Very good.
So, and if you didn't get it from either of those things, you can also, I'm going to post it in the resources in my community. And then I'm sure Anthony, you'll do the same in yours for anyone that wants that. But yeah, follow Anthony on all of his socials. He posts incredible content for drop shipping, for anything e-com. And this was really just an opportunity that I wanted to bring. I know there's a lot of people from your community here as well, but I wanted to bring my community and kind of give them an insight on things that drop shippers do, because it gives you an idea and some insight on how to also improve like overall marketing for e-commerce in general. And a lot of the people in my community, they work with e-commerce brands. I work with e-commerce brands. And even some of those tools today, they were like, wow, those would be fantastic for the clients that I work with. Like using Zipify, obviously that's a pretty common one because Ezra talks about it a lot since it's his. But even the ones where you can check the revenue of a store, like if you're about to get on a sales call with someone, you don't need to guess how much revenue they're making and be like, oh, this is an awkward question. Sorry about how much revenue you're making. You can go up, pull up, just like we did with Gymshark, and see, oh, okay, wow, they're making this much money. And then I can pitch them this price point for the service that I'm going at, right? So a lot of those things can kind of you can kind of cross pollinate them and use them on both sides of your marketing, which is why I think it's always great to talk to people that are good in other industries and that have experience in those other industries. So if you want to learn more about drop shipping, please follow Anthony on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter.
Do it all.
Join his Discord, uh, consume all of his content. He has some of the best dropshipping content out there. If you're interested more in the agency world, please feel free to jump into my community as well. We do 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 lives every single week with industry leaders like Anthony, people that have 7-figure businesses, people that know what they're talking about, as well as live Q&As with me about whatever your business is, specifically in the agency realm. But thank you, Anthony, for your time. Really appreciate it. No, it's super valuable. So I'm glad you were able to kind of jump out and provide this value for people. And I wish you luck on that $100 challenge.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it was a pleasure hopping on anytime. It was great, doing a stream, showcasing everything behind the scenes. So yeah, thank you everyone who showed up. Again, the link to the document we showcased will be in the description. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Zach. Shout out to the agency
We're great
domain.
Friends.
Shout out to Ecom Mafia. Yeah, that is all from me today.
All right. Thank you guys so much, and see you on the next one.
Peace. Peace, peace.